Hello guys. So over the weekend I watched a couple of movies, Nigerian movies on YouTube, and this film by Uche Montana, When Love Prays, is one of them. And everything about this film is against Christianity. Everything, the story Uche told in this film stands against Christianity. Everything.
Alright, so the veteran actress Ene Ogiri actually dragged Uche Montana over a new movie under the Uchenna TV, When Love Prays, the movie that she acted alongside with Uzee Usman. And in that movie, to be very honest, it is very, very interesting. We cannot take away the fact that it's very, very interesting. But at the same time, she pointed the fact that this particular movie in question is very misleading and might not be pointing out the true fact and the true figure of what you actually be painted. So I will leave you to watch what she said exactly, and we'll come and analyze what she said. Just watch.
Hello guys. So over the weekend I watched a couple of movies, Nigerian movies on YouTube, and this film by Uche Montana, When Love Prays, is one of them. And everything about this film is against Christianity. Everything, the story Uche told in this film stands against Christianity. Everything. But before I go further, I want to define for you what Christianity is. Christianity is a pulsating life of God at work in a man. Christianity is a life, not a religion. No. I know where this whole misconception about Christianity comes from. When you want to enter a school, you want to do something, a job or something, whatever, they ask you what is your religion. And Christianity is one of the listed. But no, Christianity is not a religion. You may be born into a Christian home, or you go to church, and because of that you think you're a Christian. No, you are not a Christian. What qualifies anyone to be a Christian is by confessing the Lordship of Jesus Christ over their life. Confessing that Jesus Christ of Nazareth is your Lord and your personal Savior. That qualifies you to be a Christian. Having said that, everything in this film is against Christianity. So in this film, a Christian girl, a pastor's daughter, marries a Muslim guy, an imam's son. Fast forward, she gives birth. So many things happen, she gives birth. And then the mothers come to the house. So the guest mother, who is a pastor's wife, a bishop's wife, is so troublesome. And then the imam's wife, who is the guy's mother, is very peaceful. Uche, are you serious? First off, the picture you try to paint here is that Christianity is troublesome, but Islam is peaceful. The story you try to tell here is that we serve the same God. Let love lead. Uche, Islam and Christianity are not the same. We do not serve the same God. We do not serve the same God. We don't. And the love that we are asking to lead is that Muslims do your thing and let Christians do their thing. Let's live in peace. That's the love we are talking about. Not that we want to marry the two together. It's not possible. Because we do not believe in the same thing. We do not. We believe that Jesus is God. Muslims do not believe. And as the Bible says, you cannot be of equal yoke with an unbeliever. Uche, please, as a filmmaker, be mindful of the stories that you tell. You tell fantastic love stories, the way you twist them. I watched one of your other film during the weekend, the one with Nadia Buhari, Kunle Remi, and This Is My Beautiful Girl, something Alakija. Beautiful. Stick to stories that you understand. This is very deep, Uche. The wound is deep. Alright? Do not rub it in, please. I am from Benue State. I school in the north. I grew up in the north. I probably have more Muslim friends that you can never think of having. But as a Christian lady, I will never, my friends are hearing, I will never marry a Muslim guy. Uche, you are an influencer. You are popular. Please, your personal life is your personal life. I don't care. I don't think anybody cares. But as a filmmaker, a Christian, please be mindful of the stories you tell. Do you know that this thing you did, this story, a Muslim filmmaker from the north will not touch this story? A Muslim filmmaker will not tell a story that a Muslim girl got married to a Christian guy. It's not possible. Who did you speak to? I don't. Uche, please. I love you so much. Don't mislead people. Don't mislead our young girls. People who are still trying to find their way, who don't really understand what Christianity is. They are still trying to find their faith. Please, Uche. For everyone out there, everything in this film is against Christianity. It's misleading. Muslim, peaceful. You as much as call Muhammad, they kill you. Uche, have you forgotten about Deborah in the north? Do you think she killed someone? She only talked about Muhammad. She was killed. She's not the first, the second, the third, the fourth. Oh, we have so many stories like that. Islam and Christianity is not the same. We do not serve the same God. And Christianity is not just peaceful. Christianity is peace personified. And you portrayed the girl's mother, a pastor's wife, as troublesome. She doesn't want peace. Uche, I love you so much. Please, leave stories like this. Don't tell it for us. Leave Christian stories alone since you don't know how to tell it. Please. I'm at home, far from home. So I watch a lot of movies. I love your films. Morisam, Ruth Kadiri. Oh my God, you guys are doing such an amazing job. Saraya, Chioma, hope Saraya, I pronounced your name well, right? And recently, Bimbo. Have you guys seen this film? Mirrors and Reflection. Oh my God. See, please stick to certain kind of stories. Uche, please leave this alone. Stop standing against Christianity. This will not fly. Please, Uche, with all my love, Christianity is better than this. Muslim and Christians, we are not the same. We do not serve the same God. We do not. And please, while you preach love, I want you to know that when principles and values do not align, love is not enough. Even among believers, when principles and values do not align, love is not even nearly enough.
In that movie, it is being portrayed as a Muslim and a Christian getting to love each other and marrying each other. Popular actress Patience Ozokwo becoming a very troublesome stepmother. And also in that movie, we saw Uzee Usman mother being a very cool-hearted mother-in-law. And so, painting that kind of movie in that kind of black light, Christian movie, light, darkness, it is actually very, very conflicting. And for so many Christians that actually watched that movie, they could actually tell that this does not actually portray us in any way. And if we actually want to be portrayed in any light, it shouldn't be in this light, especially about the religion part. One of the things that was actually made known in that movie was the fact that they tried to paint Muslim as a peaceful religion while painting Christianity as a very bad religion. And according to her, she made it known that it doesn't actually make sense at all. The fact that you guys actually want to paint Christianity as a very bad religion, including a pastor's wife behaving in such manner, that actually tells the story, because it is the other way around. You wouldn't tell this story like that. So she actually complained about that, and we all saw that in what we watched. She also made it known that Jesus is God, according to Christians. But according to the Muslims, they don't believe that. So we don't serve the same God. Because if our God is actually Jesus, and you are claiming that you are not serving Jesus, that means we are serving a different thing. And she also made it known that when principles and values don't align, love is not enough. So she made that point too, which is kind of actually very, very valid. Because when principles and values, the principles that I believe in, the values that I believe in, does not align together, love is never enough. She also tried to give the story of so many people that have actually been hurt, people like Deborah, the RCCG pastors, the RCCG pastor, and so many people, including in killings that is currently happening in the north. And to some extent, I actually see to what she's saying, to be very honest with you, and we cannot ignore the facts and figures. Okay, Muslims are not the one buying Muslim, then who are the ones doing it? You understand? But notwithstanding is an interesting movie too, especially the acting part. Especially from Patience Ozokwo, you will know that she will actually deliver 100%, which she actually delivered in the movie. But on another level, apart from the acting part, the story itself carry a lot of hurt. The story itself carries so many other things. And in as much as we can say that we need to tell stories, no matter who is involved, no matter what is involved, we need to be also careful sometimes. And so let us go over to the comments. Somebody said, but on a second thought, why are Christians acting such movies? A Christian should not act such movie. Another person made it known that a lot of Christians are angry with this film. Another person says, I love the movie, but I feel the same way. You are right. Talking about what the veteran actress actually made known. And to be very honest, the movie is actually interesting in itself. The acting is, in fact, if you go on Uchenna TV, you'll see that the acting in itself is actually really, really cool. But the fact still remains that when we write stories like this, we can actually hurt some people. Just like Muslims, we actually complain when they actually use him for musical video and they will say they take them down, take them down, take them down. You know, there was a particular movie that was acted back in the day when, if you remember that time, that they said it must not fly. Muslims actually came out because you are actually painting us in a bad light. And we know how people are to this religion thing. So we need to be very, very careful. I know that she was actually speaking. If you know how she was speaking from a place of love and from the place of no segregation. She was talking from a place of love. And the way she was talking, you can see that she was talking is right from her heart. And I don't feel like anybody should be angry about it. She was just pouring out her thoughts. And in as much as it's actually a very, very cool movie, writers, producers need to be very, very careful with the way they tell their stories. Well, so let me know what you think about it. Do you actually think there's nothing to it? Do you actually think if it was the other way around, it would have actually went like this and fried like this? Let me know in the comment section. Don't you think Twitter people would have actually started bashing? I remember the particular movie that actually painted, what was it called? The Fulani, as what was it called? And on Twitter, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. But it is what it is. Christians don't have time for all of these things. The fact that she even pointed it out, that was when I actually sat down and I'm like, true. It might be true in a way, but lovely at the end of the day. And we'll continue to live in peace and unity, except for the bad wagons that actually want to kill people and all. But let me know what you think in the comment section. See you in the next. Do well to always watch my video every day because I post every day. So you will miss me if you don't watch me. So bye for now.